Hey, good afternoon, everybody. This is Coach Bill with Fat Loss Made Easy Solution. Hope everybody's having a great Monday so far. Today's a little cooler out there. We've got some cloud cover, which is okay, I guess. So today, guys, I'm going to talk a little bit about the primal eating and combining it with intermittent fasting. And you guys know that I'm a big fan with alternate day fasting. Our online coaching platform is based off of primal eating, which, as you guys know, is keto, and we combine it with intermittent fasting once you guys get adapted to switching over from burning carbs to burning actual fat as your primary fuel. But what brought this topic on is there is still a lot of misconceptions and and bad advice out there that some health professionals and some doctors too are informing people about the primal eating keto lifestyle and combining it with intermittent fasting or doing intermittent fasting. And really, guys, is the reason why they're given bad advice because they don't know themselves. Most of them don't know how to do research. They haven't done it themselves. And if they did know how to do research, they would not be giving bad advice out there about primal eating lifestyle and combining it with intermittent fasting because there's so much science out there. But what brought this topic up is in the last 2 or 3 weeks, I've had people contact me who have tried many other type of diets and meal plans, including us. You know, we've tried it over the 40 plus years we've been in the health industry. Back in the heydays when my wife and I competed, we've tried all kinds of different meal plans or health or dieting plans to get us leaner and to get us ready to go on stage. And most of you know that most of those diets they don't work because they're depriving you of a lot of calories over a long period of times, and they also are depriving you of some of your comfort food that eventually over time you'll fall off the wagon and you'll binge eat. So a lot of you guys, I'm sure, know some. Most of you probably have gone through those kind of diets. We call them the American standard diet. It doesn't work at all. But the results of the primal eating or a keto lifestyle, and especially when you combine it with the intermittent fasting, not only is science showing the benefits from this, but so many other people who know what they're doing, who have a plan. Most of them probably have been coached through the first 60 or 90 days, which is very important, and have seen phenomenal results, including us. That's why we've been doing this for a few years, and that's why now it's a platform for my online personal coaching. Now, like I've said in my last few videos, I have an outline here. I'm not going to read everything off the outline. I'm just going to give you some bits and pieces. So you're going to have to go to my YouTube channel, type in Bill Mabry, subscribe to it, or go to my Facebook group page, type in Weight Loss Made Easy Solution, join it. And the video, once I download it on YouTube, in the description section, this outline will be in there. And it's going to be more specific and give you more information and also give you the science and some pictures too to follow it up. So like I said, you got to go to YouTube and hit the description to get the complete outline. But there's actually, I did a video about this 3 or 4 months ago and listed some other misconceptions. But these are probably 4 common misconceptions that people have when it comes to investigating the primal meal or keto lifestyle and intermittent fasting, because they've either Googled it or somebody who is not educated in the physiology of the body and what the body really wants to do. And so they are being misled and they're given misinformation. Guys, documentation will always overrule conversation, and there's way too much science proving this lifestyle works so well, especially if you know what you're doing. And that's why I am I'm so excited about the alternate day fasting, because right now there's so much research. There's research on this, which seems to be the simplest, easiest one to follow, and the most flexible. And guess what? When you've done it, when you've gone through it for your first 60 or 90 days, and you become fat adapted, which you could go to my YouTube video, learn what that is, you guys aren't going to have to give up your comfort food. You're not going to have to give up going or pre-make meals to go to a family event because they're having foods you don't eat. You don't even have to worry about that. Especially now during the holidays. Right now, we go to Christmas parties or gatherings, and we don't worry about what they're eating. We eat what they eat, because I have a platform that works, and that's what. And I am not going to gain fat, guys. Through this whole holiday, I will enjoy my family events. I will enjoy the meals that I enjoy eating. And I will not stress about if I'm going to put on weight, because I'm not going to. Matter of fact, I'm going to be losing some and gaining some muscle because I'm eating a little more. You get it? Pretty cool, huh? So anyway, the 4 common misconceptions that I want to cover right now, and I'm just kind of getting down to my notes, is the first one is everybody thinks that the primal meals or the keto lifestyle is based off of eating tons of bacon and cheese. And guys, that's not true. Although, if you can have bacon and you can have cheese, but it needs to be a specific kind that's healthy. See, I'm going to do a video about what's in dairy that's causing probably the majority, if not all, of the gut issues out there. There's 2 proteins that are in dairy products. One of them is the most dangerous of the proteins that will cause almost all of the gut issues. And guys, your store-bought dairy products has that protein in it that causes major inflammation in the gut, and it's causing major issues with the gut. So when you're educated about what we mean about healthy meals while you're on the primal eating, you can buy bacon that is healthy. You can buy cheese that is healthy. You just can't buy the ones in a regular store. You got to go to like a health food store or a Barron's or a Sprouts or something like that will carry pasture-raised, grass-finished meats or wild-caught salmon or dairy products that came from cows that were raised on pastures and were grass-finished. Because that's not going to, see, they aren't going to have that number one protein that's causing so many gut issues in dairy products, because they're not processed. See, all your store-bought crap is processed. That's the issue. That's why this United States has an epidemic in gut issues. So the number one misconception is that those of us that are following the lifestyle of a primal eating or keto, that we're eating massive amounts of bacon and cheese, and that's not true. I have bacon maybe once or twice a week. That's it. And so we got to throw that one out. We got to debunk it. See, our meals are based on 75% good fat, 25% good healthy protein, and 5% of our calories come from veggies, not starchy carbs. We eliminate that. Okay, that's how we're getting our body into fat adaptation. Okay, so remember that. So our 5% carbs we're getting away from the starchy carbs, and we're eating more veggies, organics. Okay. So number one, we don't eat massive amount of bacon or cheese, although we can eat the healthy bacon and cheese. Number two is it's terrible for your health. This one here seems to be a popular one, and because that's where I have to say doctors are not educated in the physiology of the body and how the body reacts to dietary good fats and how it reacts to starchy carbs, processed sugary starchy carbs. They're just not educated in that, and that's why they get it wrong, and they're not following it anyway. Most doctors are overweight anyway. But anyway, there's a whole lot of science out there that is showing us why primal eating or ketogenic lifestyle is so healthy is because of the good fats. And the good fats I'm talking about is in avocados and nuts, coconut oil, wild-caught salmon, pasture-raised, grass-finished meats, eggs that are cage-free eggs, and they're able to go out in the pastures and eat. Those eggs are very, very healthy for you. So the staple of the meals are based on those good fats. Olive oil, great source of good fat. Olives, great source. I mean, in my cookbook, I've got all kinds of examples of good fats, okay? And so that's where the education comes in, guys, and that's where you need to probably get with a coach who understands the primal eating or keto lifestyle, okay? So number two, we debunked that with all the science. And you guys know that if you go to my videos on YouTube and hit the descriptions, you'll see science in there, okay? Okay, number three, this is a good one. This is a big one. This is where people at the gym are really watching me and Emily because we do 24-hour fastings, 20-hour fastings, and 18-hour fastings, and they're blown away that we can work out as hard as we do at our age in a fasted state during our 24-hour fasting. It's because like I said at the beginning, we're switching our body over to burning fat, and that's exactly what that's the benefits of doing primal eating or ketogenic lifestyle, is you're actually switching from the carbohydrates or sugars that you've been eating for decades as you're using, and you've been using those as your primary energy source. Science calls that dirty energy. Well, our ancestors lived off of fat and meats, and the body has not evolved away from that, so the body is going to wants to burn good fat or burn your own body fat for energy. And that science considers the energy which is produced from fat, which are known as ketones, as rocket fuel. I mean, I've had multiple clients tell me once they've switched their bodies over to fat adaptation, their energy levels have escalated because that's what science is saying it's doing. It's true. So that's why that is a misconception, and that's why we're going to debunk that you don't lose energy because you're depleting or you stop eating starchy complex carbs. Remember, we're getting our energy from good fats where the body wants to. It's cleaner energy. Okay, guys? So we're just debunked that. And we also debunked it with science. There's a ton of science. Okay, so number three is you have no energy, and the health professionals or the doctors who say that you have to have complex carbs or starchy carbs to keep your energy up. They don't know. They have no idea. They haven't researched it. They haven't done it themselves. The best research out there really is to do it yourself, but you got to do it right. A lot of people make mistakes when they change to this lifestyle, and they blame it on primal eater keto or intermittent fasting when it's actually their fault because they're doing it wrong. or they're doing what I call dirty keto or dirty intermittent fasting. Okay, so number 3, we debunked that one. And then here's number 4. This is a big one too, because I get this from the gym, from guys that are lifting, bodybuilders, I guess you want to call them. Weekend warrior bodybuilders, they're more concerned about gaining more strength and gaining more muscle. And they're telling, they don't understand the science behind intermittent fasting. All they know is that they're not eating any food and they're not eating any calories. So how in the world can they build lean muscle if they're not eating food? Because back in the heydays, we were told that we had to have a 1.5 to 2 grams per pound of protein in order to burn or in order to build muscle. And we had to eat 45 to 5,000 calories a day. We had to eat 4 to 5 meals a day to actually put on lean muscle, and that's all wrong. And science has already proved it wrong. And you guys know, Emily and I are older, and you've seen our pictures of before and after, and how we're still putting on lean muscle, and we're doing the alternate day fasting. Monday we don't fast, and Tuesday we do a 24-hour, and Wednesday we don't fast. Thursday we do a 24-hour, Friday we don't fast, and then Saturday we do a 20-hour. But all of our meals are still high good dietary fats, and we still don't indulge in starchy carbs unless we go to a family event or unless we feel like it. We can, without jeopardizing our program. Okay, so we're going to debunk the idea of the intermittent fasting as causing a major calorie deficit. There is a deficit, but it's not major. It's a healthy deficit. It's what your body needs to do. See, you guys that don't quite understand the physiology of the body, those of you that are eating 4, 5, 6 times a day, guys have to realize that the small intestines, the gut, the digestive tract, needs a time to rest, to heal itself. You need the cleaning crew in those small intestines to clean the liner of that small intestine so that you can utilize all the food you're eating. And that's another issue, is the digestive tract, and most of you is not working right, and you're not utilizing all the nutrients in your food because, well, you're eating processed food, and you're probably eating too fast, and you're probably drinking water with your meals, which is causing issues also. So in this outline, I actually put a graph there, and the graph says regular eating strategy on someone who's eating 3 to 4 meals a day. And then I put on there a person who's doing an intermittent fasting at a 16-8 strategy. And if you look at the calorie difference, it's very small, very small. But what happens is that the person who's doing the intermittent fasting 18-6 strategy, all they're doing is they're not eating breakfast. Their first meal, say you have your last meal at 6 at night, and you don't have your next meal until 10 the next morning. So you've done a 16-hour fast. Now think about that. If you don't eat any calories for 16 hours, and the night before you had a good dietary fat meal, moderate protein, and veggies, or a good salad, colorful salad, no starches, do you think maybe you might just get into fat burning and burn your own body fat? 16 hours is where it starts. That's why we teach people to start there, to get it acclimated, and then from there bump it up to 2 hours, because 16 hours is where the magic starts. So just think if he went 2 more hours. Just think if he went 2 more hours after that, or 2 more hours after that, how much more of your own body fat are you going to burn? Guys, I'm telling you, this is what science is saying. Besides that, the longer your fast puts you in an environment known as autophagy. You can go into research and check what autophagy is. You'll be pretty amazed. And those bodybuilders out there, or those guys that are actually asking questions about how we can sustain our energy during a 23 or 24-hour fast, well, the big reason is because we are older, and autophagy puts you in an environment that is known to slow premature aging, which we want. Also, it also elevates men growth hormones by 2,000% and women's by 1,300%, and they have the research on that. And the researchers or the journals are the sports journals that came up with it. See? So this is stuff that a lot of guys, or a lot of you don't know. And I know for a fact from the health professionals or the trainers I've talked to in the past, they have no idea what I'm even talking about. But yet the science is there for them to read. They just don't know how to go into it, or they just don't want to. I don't know. So anyway, guys, so that's the 4 misconceptions. I'm not going to go through everything here, but I will put the science, what I'm talking about. So just real quick, number 1, we debunked it. This isn't a massive amount of bacon or cheese meal plan. Yes, we can have bacon and cheese. So who doesn't like bacon? I'm sure a lot of us will wonder, well, how can you eat bacon and lose weight? Well, because good, healthy bacon has got good fat to it. Remember, we're getting away from the starches, from the starchy carbs. We want to get away from the carbs. We want to teach the body to burn fat. Number 1, and I put a picture in there of the types of foods that we actually eat. Okay, number 2, it's a terrible for your health. Nope, science debunked that. And just all you have to do is look up the health benefits of autophagy. Just look that up and it'll debunk that question, okay? And number 3 is you have no energy. Nope, that's wrong too. That's a myth, because when your body has become fat adapted and you are producing ketones, ketones is energy for the body. It's called rocket fuel. It's clean energy, not dirty energy that you get from starchy carbs. Okay? So we debunked that one. And number 4, intermittent fasting causes a major calorie deficit. No, it doesn't cause a major calorie deficit. That's going to be harmful for whatever your journey is, or for whatever you want to do, as long as you follow a good plan. See, I have to say it again. That's where the biggest mistake is when people start off on doing primal eating or a ketogenic diet or intermittent fasting. They really don't know what they're doing, and most of them, because they are not educated in it and they don't understand why, what's going on, why isn't it working, why are all these people losing so much body fat, and why am I hungry? That's a big factor right there. Why I'm doing intermittent fasting and I hear people say they're not hungry because of certain hormones are under control. And that's perfectly exactly right. But you need to understand why maybe you are still hungry and you think you're doing everything right. And in actuality, you're not, because you're doing something dirty. Okay? So guys, like I said, you can go to my YouTube channel, type in Bill Mabry, subscribe to it. The outline will be in the description section once I download this onto YouTube. You can also go to my Facebook group page, join it. Weight Loss Made Easy Solution. I got fat burning recipes on there, also these videos too. Okay, guys. So you guys have a great day, and I hope this kind of cleared some of the air a little bit about the primal eating and a ketogenic lifestyle and intermittent fasting. Okay, you guys have a great day. We'll see you at the next video. Bye.